Hello, my name is John Paul Sorensen and I'm the principal of Neil Armstrong Academy. Neil Armstrong Academy was recently designated as a platinum level STEM school. My favorite thing about being the principal of a platinum level STEM school is when we have opportunities to work together as a whole school to solve one of these large integrated STEM projects. We started this tradition back in 2019 with our Little Neil project, in which we all worked together as an entire school to design a rig for a high altitude balloon to launch Little Neil up to an altitude of 111,000 feet. And that was a spectacular undertaking. It was truly amazing. We followed that up last year with our Little Amelia Challenge, which is still in progress, in which we're taking little Amelia Armstrong and using all the transportation at our disposal to mail her all the way around the world, stopping in 33 countries across 7 continents before she returns safely here to West Valley. And that has been a wonderful project, which is ongoing. But I'm here to announce our next big STEM project. On December 7th, 1972, the Apollo 17 astronauts launched from Earth and became the very last of the Apollo missions to travel to the moon and to land on it and then return to Earth. As they were traveling towards the moon, they reached quite a long distance away from the Earth, and as they turned around in their spacecraft and looked out their back window, they saw something that only a handful of human beings have ever seen, and no human being has seen since. When they turned around and looked out the window, they were far enough away from the Earth, in fact, they were 18,000 miles away from the Earth, that they were able to see the entire Earth in one frame. Their breath was taken away, and even though their mission was very, very busy and they had a lot of things scheduled to do, they took some time and they grabbed their best camera and they pointed it out the window and took a bunch of pictures in the hope of capturing this beautiful sight. And they managed to take a picture of the entire Earth in a single frame. That is the only time that has ever been done by a manned spacecraft. They sent their picture to the press when they returned to the Earth later, and it made worldwide news. They nicknamed the photo the Blue Marble. And it is still one of the most beautiful photographs that has ever been taken by a human being. It's also one of my very favorite photographs. The Blue Marble made news around the Earth because it changed our perspective of our planet. From space, there are no borders. From space, we can just see the beautiful majesty of the planet in one single frame. And it truly did change the way we think about our planet. Currently, our planet is in a little bit of trouble. We, the human beings that live on it, have not been doing a very good job at taking care of our little blue marble. We have problems with air pollution and water pollution. There's trash floating in the oceans. There's trash floating everywhere that you see it. We are destroying environments. Species are going extinct. And it's very sad to see the decline of the planet. One of the worst problems that we're dealing with is that for most of our energy that we use for everything that we do every day, we rely on non-renewable fossil fuels. This is a problem for many reasons, but one of which is they are non-renewable. They will run out. They also pollute the atmosphere terribly. They pollute the water, they pollute the air, and they have caused a great deal of suffering on the Earth. They have caused weather events that are catastrophic. It has caused climate problems. It has caused problems with breathing and with water. It is a major issue. We need to do better. We need to find a way to get away from using non-renewable fuels. We need to move towards what we call clean, sustainable energy. And here at Neil Armstrong Academy, we are going to begin doing our part to research sustainable energy and how we can use it more fully to help clean up our planet. So, with that in mind, we are launching a new initiative. This is little Iolani. Iolani is going to be our Lego representative for our next STEM challenge. She has a Hawaiian name, which means to soar like an eagle, which I think is a great name for our little Lego person this year. Iolani is going to help us research renewable energy. You can see that she's wearing a life preserver. That is because Iolani, more than anything else, loves boats and boating. She enjoys traveling on bodies of water such as the ocean, lakes, rivers, and streams. And so we are going to use her to help us in our first ever Armstrong Renewable Energy Regatta. Now, a regatta, that's a fancy word for a boat race. So we are going to have a boat race, a renewable energy boat race. Here's how it's going to work. Every single class in the school from kindergarten all the way up to 6th grade is going to work with their teacher to design and build a boat. Here are the rules for your boat. Your boat must be able to carry our tiny Lego figure, Miss Iolani. She has to be able to float on that boat. So rule number 1, your boat has to be able to float. If it sinks, that's a bad thing. So first and foremost, the boat's got to be able to float without sinking. Number 2, your boat has to be able to move in the water and to travel in a straight line. And that means it's going to have to be able to kind of steer itself. So the boat has to be able to travel in a straight line. It's going to have to be able to travel in that straight line at some rate of speed. And then most importantly, number 3, it must be powered completely by renewable energy. That means whatever you use to power it has to be a completely clean, renewable resource. That means that we could power it with wind power, we could power it with solar power, we could power it with geothermal power. There's all kinds of different ways that we could power it that are clean, renewable energy sources. You will do some research with your class and with your teacher into renewable energy resources and then decide which ones you could use to perhaps make a boat go in a straight line across the water. As you guys are preparing your boat designs and putting them together in our makerspace and STEM labs, I will be building a giant course for these boats to travel on. It's going to be a big, deep, long trough of water. Now, on March 23rd, we will have our annual regatta. So you have all year to get this ready. That's almost at the end of the school year. On that day, we will have every class in the school come out to the playground where we will have our big trough of water set up. And we will have a course for those boats to do, and then each class will test their boat out in our regatta course. Now, every class has the opportunity to earn a bronze, silver, gold, or platinum medal for participating in our regatta challenge. In order to win a bronze medal, your class must be able to build a boat that floats without sinking. If my little friend Iolani ends up at the bottom of the trough, then your boat did not succeed and you do not get a bronze medal. But if she stays dry and she's on the top of that boat and not sinking, then your class gets a bronze medal. Now, if you would like a silver medal, your boat has to successfully make it to the other side of the course. If you would like to have a gold medal, your boat must make it all the way to the other side of the course under a certain time limit, which we will tell you. So it has to be able to do it quickly if you want to win a gold medal. And in order to win a platinum medal, the most difficult one to do, your boat has to be able to float. It has to be able to complete the course. It has to be able to travel in that straight line. It has to do it under the time limit, and it has to do it without touching any of the walls. That's a very, very tricky engineering challenge, but I believe that you are up to it. You will have all year to get your boat designs. You can design, you can test, you can do whatever you need to do with your class to get it ready. But on March 23rd, each class will only bring one boat to the regatta to test, and that boat will represent your class. Remember, it's got to be able to hold our little Lego person. So you have until March 23rd. I wish you the very, very best of luck as you research renewable energy, as you design your boats, as you prepare your strategies for winning a medal in our annual Armstrong Boat Regatta. Good luck, Eagles.